Welcome to the next episode of Decants with D. I am Dietmar Ostermann. I'm your host this afternoon, and I'm the regular guy from Long Island. Today we are on Easter vacation in Scottsdale, Arizona. Happy Easter to everybody. And that is what we have for you in store in beautiful Scottsdale. We're gonna taste two top-notch Grand Cru Bordeaux from the Left Bank. Follow me along. Today we are looking again at the legendary 2018 Bordeaux, particularly Left Bank. I have here selected for you two top-notch Bordeaux. One is the Chateau Lynch Bages from the legendary Pulliac village, and the other one is the Chateau Leoville Barton from the Saint Julien village. Now, why did I select these two? Obviously, in the Left Bank of Bordeaux, where you have the more Cabernet growing region of Bordeaux, there's plenty of chateaus to visit. But the first growth from the 1855 Bordeaux classification that took place mostly in the Médoc region, the first growth, the 5 wines there, are just incredibly expensive, whether it's the Chateau Margaux or the Chateau Mouton Rothschild or the Chateau Lafite Rothschild. They're incredibly expensive. When I first got into wine 25 years ago, you could buy a bottle for $150. Today it's 500 plus, if not close to $1,000. So I have migrated to the second growth, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. All those are still called Grand Cru Classé, and they are sometimes equally as good, certainly better than many of the non-Grand Classé Bordeaux from the Bordeaux region. And I like particularly Pulliac and Saint Julien, the two villages on the Left Bank, because of their soils and the wine that they are producing. And in those villages, the Leoville Barton, which is a second growth, is one of my absolute favorites, where unfortunately Anthony Barton just recently passed away, but he brought this vineyard to new modern heights. And similarly, Lynch Bages, which is really a fifth growth Bordeaux, is also very popular. And here in the 1930s or so, the Cazes family took over, and today Jean-Michel Cazes, with innovative techniques, but preserving the old, is bringing Lynch Bages Chateau to new heights. So let's get right to business and let's try these two beautiful Left Bank Bordeaux in the 2018 vintage. I'm starting off with the Lynch Bages. Now 2018 probably is best to be consumed in 5 years from now. However, you can't buy them at a reasonable price then anymore. And that is why I'm tasting them now, so you can make your decision of whether this is the wine that you actually want to buy now. So the Lynch Bages sells for about $130 to $200, depending on where you can get it right now for the 2018. It's a 72% Cabernet, 19 Merlot, 6% Cabernet Franc, and 3% Petite Verdot blend. And it was rated 97 points by Wine Spectator, 96 by Wine Enthusiast, 96 by the Decanter, and James Suckling gave it 97 points. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Beautiful violet aromas on the nose, some cassis, vibrant black cherry there as well. I can smell some dark plum, tobacco. There's a plethora of different aromas in the nose. It's a beautiful wine. Let's give it a whirl. On the palate, you still have structured tannins that would be expected. Probably over the years, the tannins will ease off. You can taste some iron on the mouth. The licorice is there, the graphite is there. The predominant fruit on the palate is a blackcurrant, blackberry, with a little bit of that black plum and cassis that I smelled in the aroma before. Overall, a great wine that has good of potential going forward and getting better over the years. Probably would be best to drink it 2025, 2026. But as of right now, it's approachable. Probably needs 2-3 hours of decanting. And at this point, I give it a 4.5. The second wine I have in this lineup is a personal favorite of mine, Chateau Leoville Barton. I have many of those in my cellar. We're gonna decant this wine as well. The Leoville Barton is also 97 rated by Wine Spectator, 97 rated by Wine Enthusiast. It sells for about $93 to $124, depending on which store you go to and what discount you can snap this away with. It's typically one of the most affordable second growth Bordeaux. The color is deep ruby, beautiful color. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. A little bit softer in the aromas than the Lynch Bages. I do smell that cassis aroma, a little bit of blackberry in there, crushed plum. Also a hint of violet, some tar. Let's give it a whirl. The tannins are not as structured and strong at the moment as in the Lynch Bages. So from an approachability standpoint right now, the Leoville Barton is better to drink in 2022. But again, here, a 2-year or 3-year time frame would make a big difference. I tasted some crushed black plum, some black currant, some blackberry. Tar is in here a little bit. Warm leather, a little bit of herbal flavors in there. Overall, this wine is 86% Cabernet Sauvignon and 14% Merlot. I give the Leoville Barton a 4.8. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Bordeaux from the Left Bank that are incredible values if you're looking at a Grand Cru Classé. This is now a few hours later. The wines have now decanted for about 4 hours, and I wanted to see whether the profile has changed a little bit. So here's the Lynch Bages 2018. Beautiful coffee aromas now coming out of this wine. Oak, a little bit of the warm leather. Predominantly black fruit flavors like blackberry, blackcurrant. A little bit of black plum as well. Very, very intense. Let's give it another whirl here. The tannins are still pronounced. I would say clearly this wine deserves to be in the bottle for another 2 or 3 years, but you can feel that it has a significant aging potential. So I don't change my rating. I think this is still a 4.5. But let's check out the Leoville Barton now. On the nose, coffee. In addition to the blackberry, blackcurrant, black plum fruit. little bit of dust in the nose, licorice in the nose. Let's give this one a whirl as well. Clearly, more drinkable, more approachable right now. I like it a lot better than the Lynch Bages. I continue to think that the Leoville Barton is the best buy. I give the Leoville Barton, even right now, a 4.9 rating. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 top-notch French Bordeaux. One was a second growth, one was a 5th growth from the Bordeaux region, Left Bank, and 2 of my favorite. And clearly, out of the 2, I liked the Chateau Leoville Barton better. And it will only get better every single year. So 2018 Leoville Barton for around $100, maybe as low as 90, maybe as high as 120, is an excellent buy recommendation. And if you like this show, please like it and follow my channel on YouTube. And I'm a heavy rater on Vivino. Follow me on Vivino. I see you next Sunday.